Hey guys, welcome back. Just unloaded that extra bales we had. Trailer our T7 again and head back down and try to load up some more bales. Turn off the lights. I think I might redo the interior on this truck. It's a project for a rainy day, I think. For how much I use this truck, it should could use a little bit of loving. So we're just gonna head back to the south end of 44 and load up those bales. Should get a truck and a half or 2 trucks out of there. If you watched my other video, you would see that I kind of tipped the truck. I'm still not really sure how that happened, but it tipped over. Center of gravity a little too high, I think, with 4 bales. Anyways, we have a large field of Milo growing, field 19, field 11 here. A lot of Milo on this side of the map, kind of planted it, grouped it all together. Grouped all of my corn and soybean together, and sunflower is pretty much on the east side of the map. But so there's going to be some good videos of Milo. Sunflower, there's going to be a lot of sunflower. I actually enjoyed doing sunflower. I updated all the chopped straw and soil mods, so they all have their own specific chopped straw or chopped crop residue textures. Did that a while ago. Updated all the particle animations in my headers and stuff like that. And then Julian sent us his Macdon 45-foot flex drapers, so we'll probably be able to use those. So we're getting pretty low in fuel in our truck right now. Anyways, we have our stack of bales here. We have our Kenworth empty trailer waiting for us. Call it a day. I had my diffs on because I had to tip that trailer back over. Go turn on our light. Be nice to have a set of Bale forks that had like a power side shift, like a lot of skid loader pallet forks have. Oh well, this works fine. Just have to pay more attention to what we're doing here. I saw that one lonely farmer guy. He runs what, a 332 CTL deer track loader for his bale operations, and I've actually operated that same machine quite a bit back in my high school days. Family friend owns a pretty large landscaping and excavating company, so they employ, or he employs about 42 people, so it's a pretty large operation. And they have all those toys, buys all this stuff brand new. I think the last summer I was there, he bought a new, it was the first year they came out, it was a 332D CTL. Then he bought a 35D mini excavator and a 4740 John Deere tractor with front loader and mower and tillage tool. Then he bought a 450J dozer. All, you know, they were all delivered the same week, so we would, you know, as a good friend of mine, we would ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes and stuff, and built a little track in the back where they don't really use it. They used to grow pine trees, and they just kind of never replanted them after they sold them, so turned it into a, you know, take the dozers back there and the excavators, and it's kind of nice because they do a lot of yard work, so they had a power rake attachment for their, they also had a Bobcat, so like a T180 was an old one, but they used that for the power rake for doing yards and stuff, and we'd always take that out and on the track and clear up the ruts and get out all the rocks and stuff, so it worked really, really slick. Anyways, the 332, that thing had, oh yeah, and then they bought a 328 that same year, so they updated quite a bit of equipment. But that 328 was, I thought that was pretty impressive, and then you get into 332 with the tracks, and it's literally a miniature dozer. It just does not quit. And you have any kind of bucket with grapple, and it's just really impressive. But by far the most machine that was like the most fun to operate was that mini excavator. That thing had like a front blade on it, so you can be at all kinds of weird angles and level yourself out, and had a little hydraulic thumb on it for placing rocks. The thing was awesome. I love that mini excavator. Doesn't seem that big until you like try to fit in someone's yard with it. Then it looks like it's huge. But just looking at it doesn't seem all that big. Those are the good old days. They had a couple quad dump trucks. Never really get to drive those much, except around the yard. Never had a CDL. Just too young, I think. I don't even actually know. I mean, it's probably like 16, 17 when I was over there quite a bit. I wonder how many I can put on the back end of this. This is probably, this and baling are probably my two favorite parts of doing hay production. Actually loading the trailers manually and then baling them. I really need to edit this tractor so it has a 3-point hitch on the front of it. Then I could use this for mowing instead of just always using my T8. I could probably just borrow the 3-point from the T6 or the T8. I'm not really sure what a T7 front 3-point looks like, if they even have them. I'm sure they do. I bet we'll be able to get another stack on behind this. Take one of these off the top here. Probably how you break things. Oh well. Alright, so that's a full load. I could squeeze some on the front, but this thing's gonna be a bear to drive down the road, I'm sure. Put new wheels on. New AO'd rubber and rims. Put the same ones on my CT660. And actually, I have two sets of dual rears rubbers, that is. This one's more aggressive, kind of like an all-terrain, like BF all-terrain rubber, which I personally like. There's another version that's kind of more kind of like street, like highway. Alright, so we're gonna want to unlock, lock, turn on our light, just pull out of here. So I have my cruise control set at 60. I'll probably bump it down to like 55. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't tip this truck. That was slightly embarrassing. Got a lot of bales. See if we can go around this guy. I know they turn up here. We could probably pass this guy. Seems pretty stable. Guess I could always stiffen up the spring on this trailer to make it a little bit more rigid. Just a nice calm evening. Transporting and selling some bales. Came at a perfect time. I mean, we had literally no money. Not a big deal. We could just, you know, we have an enormous line of credit at the bank. So money is really not an issue. We could take out, it's like 2.2 million without even officially taking out a loan. If we wanted to. But I have like 97 hours on my T8, so we're going to be selling that probably after we do our bales here and buying another one. And then I'll be trading in my T9 700s probably after this season. I forget how many hours we have on our combines, but I'm sure they're getting close to trade-in time. See how we do money-wise. We're at 18.6. Damn. Solid payday. So I pretty much get a cut my alfalfa 3 times during every season. So 3 cuts of alfalfa between harvesting the other crops. So I think that's fairly reasonable. I know some people get 4, can sometimes get 4 cuts of their crop, but I'm pretty happy with getting 3 cuts or 3.5 every season, so. And the moisture in our bales was really good because if you actually let it sit out in the sun for an hour, I think it actually dries up. Even if you don't do the tedder. So the only time the moisture goes up is if it like rains on your hay or something. Then the quality of your hay is really poor, and then you pretty much have to go out and hit it with the tedders. So. But if it doesn't rain on our hay, it's not a big deal. So we could probably finish up the rest of these bales in this next trip. A little bumpy in this field. You guys ever notice how when you drive into the collision of these bales, they just start rocking? I mean, look at that. They're just... I really hope they fix that for 17. Really fix their bale system. The bale performance. That's fine, I'll just push it.